Hi. Hello, so today we're going to be talking about chapter 278 of Tokyo Revengers. Some of y'all are not going to like this video, and if so, there's a button up here that you can just click to get off of it, but I know some people just don't have the knowledge to do that. I can already see how Curious Cat is going to be like,
"You look fucking horrible" in a video.
I get it, not that hard to see. I know that there's a lot of issues when it comes to like ships because of the last chapter. We're going to be leaving that out of this video because I'm going to make another video about that later. The things we are going to cover is first, connection to the rest of the manga. How does this connect to what we have so far, or does it even connect at all? Secondly, we're going to be talking about plot holes, like how well this finishes up the manga, which is kind of going along with connectivity, but we're just going to pretend that they're two different things. Third is going to be where I don't know where these things would go into the other categories, okay? Somebody call 911, shawty fire burning on the dance floor. So first, when we're talking about connectivity, we gotta think, what has the story been about so far, and how does this last chapter reflect that? A huge thing so far has been karma and balance. Now, this chapter, it's too perfect to fit into that theme. Like, when it comes to karma, when it comes to balance, there's always something that balances out. And the fact that the main character is getting everything, and like literally even the smallest characters like South or like Shion, they're all happy and they're all in this end. It's just so... it doesn't fit. Literally, the idea of South being there is like, I don't know exacts of this, but it's like so unrealistic based on what happened in the manga and like his past and stuff like that. It's just unrealistic. Also, Kizaki paying for the wedding of the person who he had a crush on, and the person he was trying to kill, and it really, like, I have a lot to say. Kizaki paying for the wedding of Takemichi and Hina? Like, am I supposed to expect that? Or, like, am I supposed to, you know, think that that's, like, a natural way of things when every other timeline he has been trying to kill, he's been trying to date Hina and then kills her, and, like, I could see it if he gets Hina. Like, if he got her at the end, it would be kind of but, like, it makes more sense than him actually just sitting there and, like, paying for a wedding he was trying to basically, like, stop the whole entire manga. And then another thing is, in chapter 204, Takemichi basically gives up his perfect future with everybody to save Mikey. And the fact that this chapter opens up with Mikey saying he's gonna be lonely again, and that they can't do things together anymore. Like, it makes it feel like that progression between 204 and right now, like, means nothing. If we were gonna end it like this, why didn't we just end it in 204? Also, another blatant disconnect is the fact that every chapter to this point has been in Takemichi's point of view, or in someone's point of view, like, as a memory. This chapter, it, like, starts maybe as Takemichi's point of view, and then switches to Chifuyu. There's a lot of issues. I could make a whole entire section just based on the issues of that alone, but, like, how? I, like, don't have words to explain how, like, this is so weird to write it that way. I just can't. Part 2 is going to be about plot holes. There's a very big plot hole that actually just starts existing in this chapter, which is funny that now there's a plot hole in the last chapter because there's nothing you can fucking do about it. The fact that Chifuyu remembers everything, and, like, he wasn't in some of the point of views that, like, you see mosaic, I guess, of past memories of Takemichi, and, like, a lot of them aren't even Shifuyu's memory. They're like, they line up with Mikey's memories. And just the fact, how did Chifuyu remember? Like, how? What is this, like, what makes him specifically remember when he's not, like, a trigger, when he's not a leaper? Like, I could see more like Sanzu fucking, or Shin or Sanzu remembers everything, because, oh wait, like, come on, it's so stupid. I have so many fucking issues with this. And, like, when it comes to plot holes, we get the past, we get them going back to the past, and then we get a huge time skip to now where everybody's perfect. It's one of those things where time skips can be amazing, but also time skips can be the worst thing a story does. I think the time leap back was not bad, it's just this time skip again to, like, a perfect future, where there are so many things that went wrong originally and went wrong multiple ways originally, and how are those going to be remedied to make everyone, like, literally everyone happy there, except it looks like Takemichi is not that happy, but we're not now. I have a lot. I have a lot of time skips change the momentum of a story, right? You want a momentum of a story to go up and up and up. A time skip stops where it is, goes back to the bottom, and then you have to build up that momentum again. I'm looking down so I can do this even though it's mirrored. The time skip makes the momentum go all the way down to the bottom again, and you have to build it back up. The issue with Tokyo Revengers is like, wait, I need a... So this is the time... This is how the momentum works in Tokyo Revengers, okay? So we get like a little upward hill, right? And then these little crevices are when they go back in time, because like you see it go back in time and some things are reset, but there's still that underlying, you know. Now this big dip right here, see, is when they go back to the past in like that last time, that way far back in the past. And then this little thing is supposed to be where momentum is, like, you know, brought up again. But we don't have that. We don't really have that. It just goes to the bottom here and then goes straight the fuck up. And it's not even all the way up because like, there's no momentum at the end. Like, there's literally nothing to... There's like nothing. There's literally nothing. We literally get no momentum. Like, it's not even the jump to the past. It is the jump to the future again that ruins like everything. Because we get this whole area of time where all these things should have happened and all these things should have changed, and we get none of it. We just get the perfect future. How did they get there? What did they sacrifice? What did they do to get to that point? I am going to like go mad. And let's talk about probably one of my other biggest gripes of this. Takemichi looks like Takemichi looks like someone has him held at gunpoint. Takemichi looks like someone has him, like, caught at gunpoint right now. Like, blink twice, bestie. Blink twice. Takemichi barely cries. This is supposed to be the happiest day of his life. Why are we not even in his point of view to see the happiest day of his life, the one that we've been striving for? Why do we not see it from his point of view? Why do we not see what it means to him? Also, we don't know what Takemichi or Hina are doing besides getting married. Like, what does Takemichi do? What does Hina do? Like, we see literally every other character's, like, future occupation, where they are right now. We don't see anything about Takemichi and Hina. We just see them, like, almost kiss. Now, the big question I want to ask you, and I don't know how to answer myself, is does this Does this resolve the story we've seen so far? I mean, like, at the beginning, totally, yeah. I feel like the story was cut in half, and we got this around, like, Bow 10. That would have resolved the story. This does not resolve the story. Because at 204, so many other things were brought in, right? And also, when they went back to the past that last time, so many other things were brought in, and none of them are solved. They're just brushed over, and we're supposed to believe that there's this happy future at the end when there's no struggle to get there. We don't see the struggle to get there. It's like a whole half of the story was missing. We also don't know how Takemichi and Hina met, and we're supposed to believe they're great and getting married, and I have so much to say on that, but that's not going to be in this video, because I want this to be about purely overarching problems with this, and ship things are just gonna go in another video entirely, okay? And I do believe that that is a ship thing because it's Takahina. I don't know how to end this video. I don't.